What's up, guys? It's it's in the evening in South Africa. It's quite cold. It's during winter time, and I'm Treasure, your host today. So, guys, this is my first ever Flutter tutorial where I'm gonna share with you my knowledge of Flutter. So, basically, this is for beginners, those who want to try Flutter out there. So, yep, peace. I hope you enjoy this series, and please don't forget to subscribe um, and click on the bell icon to get the latest videos from this video series. Yeah, and like I said, like I mentioned before, this video series is basically for beginners, beginners out there, everybody who wants to learn further. And then I'm not gonna start from the very beginning, but what I'm gonna do is assume that you have already installed Flutter on your system, and then you know most of the things. If you haven't, I'll try to leave a link in the description below so that you guys can read about how to install Flutter on your system. So without anything further to do, let's get into the video. So what we're gonna cover, guys, is this. It's all this on this video series and more we're gonna cover and more. Yeah. We're gonna cover columns, texts, scaffolds, bars, raised buttons, alert dialogues, box constraints, containers, images, size, margins and paddings, list view, grid views, and floating action buttons, and much more. We're gonna cover much more. That I know. Yeah. So but not on a single video, because I'm trying to make this video short. So up to like 15 minutes, it will be fine. I don't want that very long video. So without anything further much to do, we're gonna start with our app. So here, guys, we have imported our package, which is flutter material.dat, and here we have a method which is named main method, which runs our app, which our app will be called my app. You can call it whatever you want here, doesn't matter, as long as it's not one of the known keywords, right? Yeah, but I think you can call it whatever you want. I don't know, just that I've been calling it whatever you want. I've never mentioned any keywords here, so I don't know if it works or it doesn't work without keywords. So basically what this method means is that our app runs through this method. It cannot run without this method. This method is mandatory for every app, and it's mandatory for all. This is the starting point of our app, right? So okay, without anything better else to do, we're gonna insert our stateless widget. Stateless widget, guys. We need a stateless widget, and then we're gonna call it my app, like we did there, my app, right? And then instead of a container, we're gonna give it a material app. We're gonna give it a material app. We're gonna give it a material app. What a material app? Material app, guys, is basically contains all these things, like all these things. You can see the description here. At least one of home roots on generate root or builder must be null if only reads you guys will read whatever that everything like material. It's like uh it's like a platform. Like the way I can explain it is like a platform where it beautifies our app. Yeah, it makes our app beautiful, and you'll see as we go down. And then we're gonna have a home, right? And that home we wanna call it my app home, my app home, right? We're gonna call it my app home with the title, with the title. Nah, let me not give it a title. I don't wanna confuse you guys. After we have done this, we're gonna create a stateful widget. Stateful widget. If you guys don't know what a stateful widget or a stateless widget is, I will leave uh, uh, I will leave the link in the description where you can read about this stateful and stateless widget. So we're gonna call it my app home, our stateless, our stateful widget. We're gonna name it my app home, like we did here. You see, so that it can correspond, right? So within the container, right? Like I said, we're gonna talk about containers now. Within the container, all these things are all the things that we can get and get to use within the container, right? Yeah. So we know that our container has a child, and that child we can give it a text widget, and then the text widget we will call it what? My first app, right? Sorry about that. My first app, and then we're gonna save it. We're gonna run it on our emulator. Hopefully it will show. I don't know. This is my emulator, guys. I don't know. Okay, it's building. Let's wait for it to build. It's not doing anything. Wow. Can I stop it first and then rerun it and see what happens? Yeah, guys, our app it's up and running. As you can see, it has a title of my app and everything. But then you wouldn't say it's a good app, right? It's not great at all. It lacks something, like something to make it more, you know, great. But then more or less, this is our app and it runs okay. It runs fine. We can change whatever that we written to make sure that it is our app. We can call it my shop, and you will see it will auto update here, right? But then it's not what we expected. It's ugly, right? It's shop. So we can try to put to put to align our our app to the center, right? Let's see if it's going to work. So let's try to align our app to the center. Like guys, the only way we can align our our app is to try and give it some height and width. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Let's say it's a height of 200, right? oh yeah, the digits are fluid, because Flutter does accept that in the widget of in the width of 100, I think. And let's see if it works. Really, as you can see, our width and height are absolutely ignored because of our container takes the width of our material, the dot. See, everything is black. Take the widget of a material dot. But then we can try wrapping this container in another widget. We can try to wrap it in another widget. I don't know why it's doing this, but then we can try wrapping it in we can try to center the widget, and then let's see if it works. Okay, let me just make this thing 200 and this 100, right? And then give it a color, like give it a color, colors dot white. All right, white. No, yeah. And let's see how it looks. As you can see, my container is within this white my text is within this white container. Sorry, my text is within this white container. So guys, this is how you can do your containers as well as center them. We can try and increase the width a little bit so that the text can line up. And let's just align our text. If you don't know how to align, you can do this. It will give you basically everything that you have to do. So we can just text alignment, right? And then we can just say center, right? That's how we're gonna align our text. Come on, what's happening? That's how we're gonna align our text. See, now it's perfectly aligned. I don't know, I think there's a space here. Wow. So this is our first app, guys. It has containers and everything. On the next video, we're gonna try to make this thing look beautiful and more realistic and give you that thing to show that it's an app, right? So remember what we did. We had our container. Our container contains a color widget, and it has height and width, and it also has a child with a text widget. With the within the text widget, we have the text alignment, which we aligned it to the center, and then our container is covered by it's wrapped with the center widget to keep it on the center of our mobile so that we can see it and you can see that it's beautiful, right? So peace for me and wait for the next tutorial as it's coming right now.